Good afternoon, children. Today we will continue chapter The Human Eye. In the previous class, you had studied about the working of the human eye. You have studied, children, that the light enters the eye through the cornea and the pupil. Then the lens converges this light on the retina. Here the image is formed. This image is real, inverted and diminished. When the lens focuses the light on the retina, then the cells of the retina are activated. These cells are rod-shaped cells and cone-shaped cells, which are also called photoreceptors or light-sensitive cells. Then these cells are activated and they generate electrical signal. Now this electrical signal is transmitted to brain through optic nerve. Now the brain interprets it and now we can see the image of the same size and erect. In this way our eyes work. Now children, you should know what is persistence of vision. The image formed on the retina or the impression on the retina does not fade away instantaneously. It stays there for 1/16th of a second. It is called persistence of vision. Due to persistence of vision, we can see the motion picture projection, or we can see the cinematography works on this principle. Okay children, due to persistence of vision we can see the pictures of television or cinema. So cinematography work on the principle of persistence of vision. Now you should know children what is range of vision. The distance, minimum distance and the maximum distance in which our eyes can see clearly is called range of vision. The minimum distance is 25 centimeter where our eyes can see properly without any strain on it. Okay children, if our eyes are normal, we can see the object kept at 25 centimeter. This is the minimum distance up to which our eyes can see clearly. And the maximum distance up to which our eyes can see clearly is infinity. It is called far point. Far point is infinity and near point is 25 centimeter. And we can see the object kept between 25 centimeter to infinity. It is the range of vision. Okay children? So you have understood that we can see the nearby objects and far objects with same clarity if our eyes are normal. Our eye has the ability to see the nearby objects as well as far objects with same clarity. This is called power of accommodation. Okay children, how our eyes can see nearby objects and far objects with same clarity? All of you have read, in our eyes there is presence of lens, and the lens is attached with ciliary muscles. Now with the help of ciliary muscle, the focal length of the lens can be changed. Okay, by increasing or decreasing the focal length of the lens, we can see the nearby objects as well as far objects with same clarity. Okay children, so you came to know that the focal length of the lens can be changed with the help of ciliary muscles. Okay, in the old days the ciliary muscles does not function properly, due to which we face some problem in our vision. So what is power of accommodation? Our eyes have the ability to see the nearby objects and far objects with same clarity by changing the focal length of the lens. It is called power of accommodation. And what is near point? The minimum distance, that is 25 centimeter, up to which our eyes can see clearly, is called near point. And the maximum distance up to which our eyes can see clearly is called far point. If our eyes are normal, far point is infinity and near point is 25 centimeter, and distance between 25 centimeter to infinity is called range of vision. Okay children, so all these terms are clear to you. Now the next topic is activity 3. You have to find out the near point of your eyes. You take a book or newspaper and keep it at some distance. The distance at which you can read it without any strain on your eyes. That distance is the near point. Suppose if this distance is 25 centimeter, near point of your eyes are 25 centimeter. Okay children? If you put your book or newspaper very close at 10 centimeter, you will be not able to read it. If you will read it, you will have strain on your eyes. So, the minimum distance where you can read it comfortably without any strain on your eyes, that distance is the near point of your eyes. You can check the near point of your eyes of your family members also, and you can note it down in your notebook. Okay children? Now, the next topic is defects of vision. There are mainly 3 defects of vision. Okay, if you know children, if your eyes are normal, you can see the object kept between 25 centimeter to infinity. But sometimes, in spite of all precautions, some defects develop in our eyes. Okay, now these defects are mainly of 3 types. These are myopia, hypermetropia and cataract. Some other defects are also there like presbyopia, astigmatism, etc. Right now you have to read about 3 defects of vision. First one is myopia. In myopia, the person can see the nearby objects clearly, but the far objects appear blurred or hazy. Okay children? So what happens? Why this defect takes place? Due to elongation of the eyeball or due to excessive curvature of the cornea. Okay, due to these 2 problems, the myopia defect may occur in our eyes. So you have come to know about myopia. Once again I am repeating children, in myopia the person can see the nearby objects clearly, but far objects appear hazy or blurred. This problem arises due to excessive curvature of cornea and due to elongation of eyeball. In this defect, the image is not formed on the retina, it is formed before retina. Just now, yesterday I had drawn diagram on the blackboard. You can see children, here the rays are coming and the lens focuses these rays, converges these rays before retina. Here the image is formed. So, this defect can be corrected by using concave lens of appropriate focal length. Now come to hypermetropia. Next defect of vision is hypermetropia, which is also called farsightedness. Myopia is also called nearsightedness and hypermetropia is known as farsightedness also. Okay. In hypermetropia, the person can see far objects clearly, but the nearby objects appear blurred or hazy because the image is formed behind the retina, and this problem arises due to shortening of eyeball and the focal length of the lens also becomes too large. Due to these two problems, the person may suffer from hypermetropia. And this problem or this defect may be corrected by using convex lens of appropriate focal length. Okay, children? So, you understood about defects of vision, myopia, and hypermetropia. Now, in next defect of vision, that is cataract. In Hindi, it is called motiabind. Okay, it generally occurs during the old age. All of you know, children, lens is transparent and it allows the light to pass through it, and we can see the image is formed on the retina. But sometimes during the old age, generally during the old age, a membrane is developed over the retina. Okay, due to which a membrane is developed over the lens, due to which the lens becomes opaque. Okay, now the transparency of the lens is lost. The lens becomes opaque, light cannot pass through it, so image is not formed on the retina. Okay, children? So you have seen that due to appearance of a membrane, due to development of a membrane on the lens, we can lose our vision. This problem is arising particularly during old age, and this defect of vision is called cataract. Okay, now it can be corrected. Vision can be restored. We can restore vision by surgery. Through the surgery, that lens is removed where the membrane is developed and artificial lens is introduced. Okay, children? So you come to know what is cataract. Cataract is a defect of vision which arises during old age, because a membrane is developed over the lens, due to which the lens becomes opaque and the vision is lost. Now, the vision can be restored by the removal of lens and by introducing artificial lens in the eyes. Okay, children? Sometimes, children, we during the old age, the nearby objects and far objects both do not appear clearly. That is called presbyopia. In the specs, both concave and convex lens are given to correct this problem. And sometimes the person cannot see the vertical objects clearly, like a ball is coming to the bowler and the bowler cannot see the ball properly, due to which he can miss to catch it. That problem is arising, and this is also a defect of vision called astigmatism, in which the vertical objects cannot be seen clearly. Okay, you have to read about three defects of vision: myopia, hypermetropia, and cataract. Now, the next topic is care of the eyes. Children, eyes are very sensitive organs, and these eyes are the assets for us. Okay, without eye we cannot carry out any work, we cannot do our any activity, we cannot write, we cannot drive, we cannot run, we cannot cook, we cannot do any work without eyes. So we can say the eyes are the assets for the human being. Therefore, it is our duty to take proper care of our eyes. Now, how we can take proper care of the eyes? Then, for that, we should go through regular checkup of our eyes, and if the doctor prescribes any concave or convex lens, then we should use the specs of correct lens, and we can keep our eyes normal. So first method is go through regular checkup of the eyes. Children, the doctor of eyes are called ophthalmologist. Okay, so we should consult ophthalmologist, and regular checkup of eyes are essential to keep our eyes healthy. Next is never look at the powerful source of light directly. Okay, like sometimes eclipses take place, solar eclipse, then we should use some devices to see. Okay, we should never use we should never look at the powerful source of light directly. Then next method is never watch TV for long duration, and never work continuously on laptop or uh, computer screen. Okay, because if you work on the computer screen or laptop screen for long duration, then it may cause some defects in your eyes. Next method is take proper diet, balanced diet, and there should have sufficient quantity of vitamins and minerals in your eyes, because if you will not take vitamin A rich diet, you may suffer from many defects of vision like night blindness. So vitamin A should be there in your diet. You know children, vitamin A is present in yellow fruits like papaya, mango, carrot, green leafy vegetables also contain vitamin A. Next method is know your family history, because you have read children that some diseases are inherited from parents to offspring. These are genetic disorder disease, like you have read color blindness. So you should know about the family history, and wash your eyes with normal water, clean water, potable water. Okay, before going to bed and early in the morning, and time to time you can wash your eyes with normal clean water. So these are the ways through which you can keep your eyes healthy and you can enjoy your life. Okay children, thank you children.